But it sure would be helpful if I could see what the original parts look like that make up this cancel cam, the horn contacts for this cancel cam. You know, this will work in here. But again, the end of this cancel cam is really tight right there. And I really hesitate to, I mean, I could enlarge this, but the thing is that, so this does have a little lip on it. It's just very, if you look down, there is a lip. See it right there? So I'm thinking that, you know, that holds in the pin or brush. I think the brush is on this side because it contacts the horn ring inside the column, the brass horn ring. So it has to be a soft material like a brush. So I'm thinking that the brush protrudes through this side spring, and then what they're calling a pin, I think, up here, and then the eyelet. Same length. The only difference is this has a cap. There's a spring in here. It's exactly the same length. So I'm almost thinking that if I could somehow adapt these brushes and spring for this, I'd be in business. This is the BPC without tilt BPC. So this brush in this switch is the same brush. Well, there you go. I just took the brush from the turn signal switch and just sanded it down in the vise with some 80 grit. So I turned it down a little bit, and so it would fit. So here's what I've come up with. So this is the brush from the turn signal switch, and then there's a spring from .7/32 by is it this one or this one? It might be this one. Yeah, I think it's that spring. It's actually this spring, 9/32 by ½ inch compression spring from good old you know who. And then this piece, this brass pin and that eyelet are from the standard column cancel cam. That's my spring that I stuck in there. I think it's from a pen. Anyway, it worked great. So that's the concept. So it's just going to work in the opposite of how the standard column. So that's going to be the steering column, and then this brass or copper piece, copper brush, is going to make contact with the ring down in the column, and then this is going to work in the same principle as the standard. So what I'm going to do here, this eyelet is a little small for this cancel cam. So what I'm going to do is just put a piece of tape around it and stuff it in there. Here's the bottom side of the cancel cam. So this brush makes contact with this ring right here, which is, this is all one piece. This wire right here is attached right here, and so that brush on the cancel cam rides on this brass ring right here. So when I pull a little bit on this, I could pull this out and this whole thing would come out. But that's how these horn circuits work on these tilt columns. And that's all there is to it. It's kind of an upside down standard column, because this brass ring would be on the flip side of the cancel cam on a standard column. And then this brush right here would be right here on the turn signal switch. So just like the whole thing is like flipped around. And then it mounts, the cancel cam mounts with two 1032 fine thread screws into the pre-tapped holes that are in the back of the steering wheel. So there's 3 holes for those screws, and those are 1032. So those threaded holes are threaded all the way through, and so the cancel cam is held on to the back of the steering wheel with 2 1032 National Fine threaded screws. Okay, now I think I'm understanding this. So the horn ring is installed. So right now there's no continuity. Now if I was to see the plastic pieces in there, that's breaking the connection. So this horn ring, that piece in there that's underneath the steering wheel, that's actually coming in contact with the horn contact is not making connection until the horn is, so when you, let me just try this. Okay, see? So what I'm doing is I'm pushing down on the horn ring. Let me move my meter. As I push down on this, and it's going to make continuity and complete the circuit. Okay, I'm pushing down. Yep. Let up. Push down. Alright. Not very coordinated sometimes. Alright, let's try this. So I'm going to press down on the horn ring. Up. Up. Down. Up. Down. Okay, it works. Now let me turn the wheel. As I'm turning the wheel, someone just cut me off. And I'm going to honk my horn. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Okay. So I'm pretty confident that that is going to work. I just need to secure the eyelet. In fact, I really don't need to do anything, but I think it's going to work.